feel like dancing. Ooh, you make me feel like romancing. Ooh, you make me feel like being bad girl. Ooh, you make me feel like let's get the coat so we can hit the door right now. Your love, let's go, I can't wait no more. Make love slow all day long. Baby, you got me tripping, hardly gripping my control. Ooh, that's cold, you so bold. You crack the, let's hit the road, yeah. Ooh, you make me feel like dancing. Ooh, you make me feel like romancing. Ooh, you make me feel like a bad girl. Ooh, you make me feel like, you know, let's get the coat so we can hit the door right now. Your love, let's go, I can't wait no more. Make love slow all day long. Baby, you got me gripping, hardly gripping my control. Ooh, that's cold, you so bold. You crack the, let's hit the road, yeah. Your eyes got me trapped and froze, I can't act. Speechless, no lyrical tongue, I can't rap. Let's blow this joint now tonight, we'll come back. We'll sit back, relax, nothing held back. Maybe it could be something like that. I'll get my coat, hurry, go get your hat. Meet me out back so we can go chat over cognac, romance you like that. Who you make me feel like? Who you make me, you know that you do, you do. Who you make me feel like being bad girl. Who you make me feel like, you know. Yes. Ooh, you.
Hi, my name is Timmy Willis, and I'd like to take this time to thank you for tuning in to the Timmy Willis Show in 2008. And guess what? We have a new home. The Timmy Willis Show will be airing every Saturday at 8 p.m. You can catch me. And so what I try to do with my show is to bring my guests to you up close and personal. That's local, national, and international artists. So thank you for tuning in, and fasten your seatbelts for the 2009 season of The Timmy Willis Show. Hi, welcome to the Timmy Willis Show. As you probably know by now, what I try to do with my show is bring my guests to you up close and personal. And even though they said that all we could do was win Super Bowls, nothing could be further from the truth, because we have some of the most talented people on the planet right here in Pittsburgh. And today's guest is no exception. It brings me great pleasure to bring to you Miss Joy Brown. How you doing, Joy?
Good, brother. How you?
I'm good, man. I'm glad to see you, and I'm glad you took time out from your busy schedule to come and sit down and share some of your self with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, brother. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta ask you, where were you born at, Joy?
I was born in East Liberty, actually. And I was raised in Penn Hills. So I was there for about like 4 years, and then we moved out. I was raised out there and then been moving all over since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that like for you? I mean, say like around 4, 5, 6 years old, or where you was living at. What was that like for you as a child, young lady?
a long time ago.
Can't think back that far.
Well, I do remember just being a little person and just dealing with the world. I really, to be honest, have no concept of at that age.
Okay, okay,
That's real.
okay. Now,
know?
now you got a very, very beautiful voice.
Wow, thank you.
I enjoy your singing.
Thank you.
But my question to you is, what was it about singing that caught your interest? I mean, what was it that grabbed you and got your interest as far as singing?
Well, I actually started out as a rapper. I always enjoyed singing. You know, human beings, we love the human voice. But it was told to me that I probably would not pursue a career in singing. And so I continued in music, you know what I mean? Because that's just who I am, you know, and it just came out this way. I started rapping, and then soon it just started singing. I'm producing my own stuff.
So in other words, how old when you so you started rapping first?
Yeah.
Okay, so how old were you when you first started rapping?
Well, as far as vocals, yeah, I started rapping first. That's like 15.
You was 15 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why 15? Well, what was going on at 14 that you weren't rapping? You know what I mean? I mean, what happened at 15 you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That made you want to start rapping. I mean, was it something you seen on TV? Was it a concert you went to, or what happened?
Well, this is what happened really. My dad would love this because it's been a big thing. I started playing the piano at age 7. Okay. I played for like 4 years and then I quit. And then it was this thing between me, my dad, like me, basically, really. I didn't touch a piano for like years and years and years. But I still had the music in me and I still love music. So I guess it just took me that long to pursue music in a different manner. You know, when hip hop came up, you know, and like in the 80s, that was like a revolution for all us at that age group at that point. So we just flooded the water gates or whatever they call it, and then just go through with it. You know?
Okay, well, now you said you started playing the piano at age 7. Well, how did that all come about for you?
I don't know, I just started playing. I just got into, you know, exploring music. I took some piano lessons from the guy up the street and around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was an older guy. He was like, he was pretty old. And I mean, he taught me how to like read music and stuff like that. And now that I look back, you know, I should have never quit. I should have just kept continuing with it. Like I said, my dad, he'll love me saying this.
Yeah.
That's for you, Dad.
So that was your decision to start learning how to play the piano? Or you were...
Kinda, yeah. My dad, cause he played a little bit too.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
And he got me into it. You know, I'm a 7-year-old kid.
Right.
So and I enjoyed it, you know, for a while, but I didn't like to practice. You know what I mean? And some of the stuff that I was doing, it wasn't the stuff that I'm doing now. You know what I mean? So as a kid, I kind of lost interest.
So the first time that you touched a piano and heard that, you remember that? You remember what that was and what that did for you, that experience, you know? Because it must have been an enjoyable one because you pursued it. I mean, you kept doing it, you know? So it had to have been something enjoyable for you the first time that you touched the piano and heard it. And then, I mean, the first time you actually learned the song and you was like, I mean, what was all that about what was that going through?
No one's ever asked me this before.
Yeah.
It was actually, from what I remember, it was a really nice thing. Like, you know, when you touch the keys, as a kid, you're hearing the sound, you're hearing the music, you equate it with the music that you hear. And you're like, wow, I can do all types of stuff. That's the first thing that went through my mind. Okay. Now that I remember, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you something. If you would be so kind, could you please give us another song?
Sure, yeah. I'll play something.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Joy Brown.
This is the Ancestor song. Muskogee lady who shot a woman ancestor. Muskogee lady, African woman. African woman who shot a lady. Muskogee woman, triple grandmother. My DNA, thank you for giving me a reason to live my life every day. Thank you, thank you. Can you forgive my lower self? I didn't know, but now I do. Can you forgive my lower self? That's it.
For those of you just joining us, you're missing it. We're here with the very talented Miss Joy Brown. Joy, you remember the first time that you performed in front of an audience? What was that experience like for you? Do you remember? Do you recall?
The first time.
Yeah. Was it
No.
was it in school? Did you sing or play it in school at all?
You know what? I didn't. I was really shy. I kind of went along with the idea that I'm not a musician.
Oh, really?
For a while. Yeah, there's a lot of deep stuff, you know. But it wasn't in school, although I did, you know, a little bit of freestyling or whatever with close people. I don't know. I guess it was like in college.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you went to college?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's when around the first time that you performed before an audience, a group of people?
Well, in front of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when I kind of let people know that this is what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been doing it a while, but I was kind of shy. Wasn't kind of unsure of myself. So you know. But yeah, in college, probably was the best time that I showed people.
Yeah. Now, those first two songs that you performed for us, were those originals?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, how did you get into writing? And I mean, when did that come about? At what point in your life did you decided to want to write your own compositions?
Um, Probably around the time I was rapping, because the whole idea for me to do this was to, give what I have inside and just to give it to people, just like people have given to me. Like some of the old uh, artists, like back in the day, and now, up till now, Earth, Wind and Fire. I grew up on that old soul.
Oh, you
That's
know
where I'm
something
from.
about that, huh?
That's where I'm from.
Okay.
My dad, my mom, my family, parties,
Yeah.
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 So but that's what I wanted to do. The whole idea was to give what I have, so people can like kind of, oh, you went through that? Me too. Okay, yeah, that's what you did. Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
'Cause that's how I felt.
So do you have a standard writing process, or some people they sit down and they say, my girlfriend left me, man. I want to write a song about it, or do you just sit down and things come to you, or do things inspire you, or experiences inspire you to write?
Definitely experiences
Yeah.
inspire me. That's probably the bulk of how everything comes out. There's been a lot of writer's block, though.
Oh, really?
I've been writing for a long time, so any writer knows there's a lot of writer's block in your history. I've been writing for over like 15 years now, almost 20 years now, so that comes with it. There's years of like, I don't have nothing to say.
Okay. Yeah.
Is something wrong with me? Am I ever going to get this back?
I've heard of
that. But you do. Artists, you do.
Well, what about the recording process? Have you done any recordings?
I have. I used to do my own recording. I did 2 CDs of my own, 99 and 2001, and I did it in my living room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I learned certain programs and learned how to do everything. Learned how to make the beats myself. That's the only way I could get it out.
Yeah.
I did it.
Right.
I did the packaging for it. Did all that. So a lot of work.
Yeah. Now, can I ask you this? What do you like most? Do you like performing live in front of people, or do you like recording or making CDs?
Right now, I miss recording because I haven't really been in the studio in a while. But I love the live performance, because live performance is right now. Well, that's all we got. It's right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I love that part about it. Just giving. When an audience, appreciates why you're giving what you're giving to them, it's beautiful. It's nothing like it.
Okay. Well, what comes to you first, the music or the lyrics? Or it depends?
There's no set thing, because I've been writer's block writing, but musically I've been okay. Just have no words for it right now, and then vice versa. So it all varies.
Yeah.
Now
you said you haven't recorded in a while.
Yeah.
Are you going to do something about that?
Yeah.
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 So we're going to get a CD out of you soon?
Yeah, well, actually, yes. there are CDs out. And actually, let me take something back, because I was in a band called the True Vibes Project, and we did some recording last year. But that is kind of still a while, because I miss being on the mic.
Okay.
Yeah, so that band, we got a CD too, which is great music. I love playing with those guys, and but I'm still ready to get in the booth right now.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know.
Now, like I said, I looked up your website, and you have some very, very interesting information on there. For people who like to visit you on your website, what is that?
It's myspace.com, www.myspace.com. Ms. Jizrock, MSJIZROCK. I don't go by that name anymore. I had to put her to rest. It's a part of me, but that's the MySpace.
Okay. Now let's talk about this next song you're going to do for us. What is that?
I think it should be. It'll be the Battle Cat. It's a song. I am a woman, And a lot of times we have to give it up to ourselves. It's a good song because it's kind of like, it's a battle song. It's not against men or anything like that. I talk about my own struggles as a person in the world. But it's not specific, but I felt as though I had to make it known that this is a woman speaking. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Okay, well, what inspired you to write this song? I mean, what was it?
Things happen, situations happen, frustrating situations.
Injustices, maybe?
Injustice, most definitely, on a lot of levels. Like I said, from men and from women, but, you know, from people.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Joy Brown.
Yin, yang, double-edged sword that she brings on this mic. Snag the thing, try to stay cool, but life is pain. You know what I mean? These knuckleheads thinking I'm edible. I turn them seeds into vegetables. Today's vegetables delectable. Treat y'all people, I'm sexual. So his woman's irrational. P.I.M.P. International. Along with my homegirl, the Taj Mahal. Back in my life, they have to crawl. You never know what you got till it's gone. Jamal ain't the only one who fades them all. We gonna raise your sex drive. We gonna raise your sex drive. Here come the female battle cat felines. We wildin' and scratching out eyes. High heel boots to our thighs. We're best scratching our eyes. Joy Brown, the female battle cat feline. I'm wildin' and scratching out eyes. High heel boots to my thighs. I've been scratching out eyes. Young warriors, male or female, make sure you keep fighting. Yeah. Here come the female battle cat felines. We wildin' and scratching our eyes. High heel boots to our thighs. We're there scratching our eyes. See Joy Brown, the female battle cat feline. I'm wildin' and scratching out eyes. High heel boots to my thighs. I've been scratching out eyes. Now see, I used to be in love, shoving it off me. Freestyle time, warrior. I keep my sword on me. Lyrical sword, that is. Tongue bashing. Yeah, microphone lashing. I'm so sorry what I've done to you. I don't feel like I need to prove nothing else. I'm only human. Battles of war is what I'm doing. Can't help it, y'all. I kinda feel it strong. Can't help it, y'all. Cause my shield is full of swords. You know how it goes. They always wanna test me, but I'm smarter than that. Trying to live my life. That's all I'm trying to do. Spread happiness, spread love. But here come this female battle cat feline. I'm wildin' and scratching out eyes. High heel boots to my thighs. I've been scratching out eyes. Joy Brown, the female battle cat feline. fade it out for you.
All right, we're sitting here talking to Miss Joy Brown. Hey, Joy, let me ask you about this this keyboard here. I noticed that you programmed the music into the keyboard.
Mm-hmm. I make beats.
Yeah.
And I do it in here in this Triton.
Yeah. Well, when did you start making beats? Making your own beats?
Probably around the time, a little bit after I started rapping, because I needed beats. I was shy, and you know, I didn't know how to ask people for beats. I mean, I did, but they said, yeah, I'll get to you, whatever, and you know.
Yeah.
So I had to make sure I did it myself, make sure I was self-sufficient. And because I had a little bit of keyboard experience, I kind of just used what I had and went on.
Yeah. Now, what about drum machine programming? Did you ever get into that?
Not really.
I mean, as far as making beats, you know, using the drum machine, you never got into that?
Not really. I always like just do the drums here, like do
on the
8 bars, or sometimes I do the whole song just to give it a live feel, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I use the keys or whatever to do it, and then like a computer record it into make a song. Right now, though, I'm just using this.
Yeah. Now you used to front in a band. What was the name of that band?
The True Vibes Project.
Yeah, would you like to tell us about what that was like for you?
Yeah, it was, first of all, True Vibes is a great band, great music. I played with players who've been playing for like 30 plus years, and that was a privilege and a blessing that I was placed there at that particular time, because I learned a lot. I learned a whole lot about music, about myself, just, you know, the experience of it all. And these cats, they had a lot of experience, you know, and they schooled me. They, you know, hopefully we can play again sometime. Hope you're listening, Charles, Ibrahim. Let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? But any musician, I love being in a band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a band is like the ultimate. I'm doing this solo right now.
See, that's what I was going to ask you, if you would welcome that type of situation, you know, to be in a band.
Yeah.
Do you have a preferred style of music that you would? I mean, rock, blues, jazz, R&B, hip hop, or what do you? Or you kind of like it all?
I appreciate and love it all. But old soul that I grew up with, my parents and everything, old R&B, and definitely hip hop. You know, so that's what I kind of favor. But I love like international music. You know, I love African, Brazilian beat. You know,
okay.
I love that. And actually, I'm getting more into that now. You know, jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you had a former stage name. Our production manager, he just said it. Mr. Haverstock just said today.
Yeah.
What is that name he's talking about?
Well, it was the same as the MySpace, as Ms. Jizz Rock is what I went by. Do you want to
Does that mean? Yeah. Does that mean something?
It meant something to me. Yes, it still does because it's a part of me. I just named myself that because I have a tattoo on my shoulder that says Jizzy. People used to call me Jizzy Joy, whatever, as like terms of endearment. You know, hey Jizzy, what's up? So I took it on as like a rap name when I would be rapping and freestyling. I just, you know, would take that name on. And then I, you know, sometimes I say Jizz rocks the mic, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I turned into Jizz Rock. And I'm a woman, so it's Ms. Jizz Rock.
Yeah.
So that's how it became.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. You have another song you're prepared to do for us?
Sure, yeah.
Do you know what that is? Have you decided what that's going to be for us yet?
Yeah, you know what? Well, it's a toss-up between freedom and music. I'll do both of those songs if I can do another song after.
Oh yeah, by all means. Do 10.
Well, I'll do music. I'll do music. And music, this song is about, it's freedom self-explanatory. music is about how I kind of went away from music for a second because I was doing all this other distracting stuff that has nothing to do with music. And it's almost talking to it like it's a relationship between me and music. And I'm sorry for stepping out on you.
Right,
type of thing.
Sound like an apology type thing.
Yeah, for cheating on you.
That's nice. That's nice. 'Cause I'm a musician too, man. I feel you on that
You
one.
feel me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Joy Brown, music.
So to music. Yeah, I apologize so much. I apologize to you. Music, you know I love you. Music, you know I love you. Music, you know I love you. I know it doesn't seem like I've been giving you anything well. See, I've strayed away for so long. Don't even know how long and strong that I've been hurting you for this long. I know you got so many others, but I'm so really sorry, 'cause I don't know what got into me. Too many hoes over there and over there, trying to be everywhere else but here. You are the only one that's been true, committed to me since age 2, making me feel good all the way around. And I'm sorry I did this now. Music, you know I love you. Music, you know I do. Music, you know I love you. Check it out one time. See, I apologize so much. See, I apologize to you. Music, you know I love you. Music, you know I love you. Music, you know I love you. I know it doesn't seem like it. I know it doesn't seem like it. This is forever. This is forever. You know it's forever. This is forever. I know all of you out there love music. I do too, yeah. Timmy Willis love music. He do too. Check it out. 'Cause I apologize so much for you. I apologize so much to you, music. You know I love you, music. I'ma fade it down. You get the idea. Yeah.
We're here with the multi-talented Miss Joy Brown. Joy, you know, you're a very excellent vocalist and songwriter, and I was wondering, what other activities are you involved in?
Well, I'm in the activity of being in the movement, of just like consciousness being raised, and all types of levels, and all of us working together so we can all eat. That's basically what I'm into. As far as artists is concerned, I'm trying to give back. We make available apartments for incoming artists who come into Pittsburgh area, you know, somewhere they can rest their head, you know, and relax. Because a performer needs to at least know when they're done performing and being nervous and dealing with people who like their stuff or not like their stuff, criticism. They need to know that there's a safe spot. So I think I need that. So
Yeah.
we you know, we try to do things that will, you know, give that.
Yeah, no. So is that for a certain kind of artist, or just artists in general?
Artists in general,
Yeah.
basically, you know, actors, musicians. You make pottery, if you tap dance, if you're an artist that makes this right here, you know, go and do what your thing, you know, we'll help you out.
Well, how would they go about getting in touch with you? As far as say someone wants to come into town and do some performances and need to use that facility.
There's a MySpace.
Okay.
The MySpace is www.myspace.com/apartment101. And that's apartment spelled out 101. And you can go there and just check it out. Check out some of the things that we do, you know. We also try to, you know, get artists to perform, get performances for artists, you know, just so cats are doing that. If that's what they want to do, kind of take off the pressure, because it's hard. You know, you hustling out here, you're doing everything. You know, I've been doing everything. I carry this equipment around. I make the music. I make sure the music is right. I make sure my voice is okay. I have to make the CDs. I got to do all the graphic design. I have to make the phone calls right now. But what's happening that I notice is a lot of people coming together and work together. So soon I won't have to do all that stuff. You know, there's people, whatever. But I can see that, and that's what we need. So if there's anybody out there who does this stuff, get at me, for real, because there's a lot of people in the network, a pot that need your services and stuff, you know.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the movement.
Okay.
How did that all come about?
Well, there is the Most High, Jah, God, the entity that rules all this, nature, whatever you want to call it. And it comes to a certain point where if you know, you can't unknow. You kind of understand what I'm saying? Like, if you know what's going on, if you know you need to raise your conscious levels because of what's going on, there's war going on, you know what I mean? The economic, you know, status is not good. There's a lot of deceiving, poison of water, you know, all that stuff, environmental things. We got to get back to the root, and there's nothing else to do. What else is there to do but be a part of the movement trying to raise our levels? We're already down here, you know what I'm saying? Some of the problems that we have, you know, dealing with ourselves and each other and our insecurities is because we need to open up what we know about ourselves, you know. I always say this to people when I'm talking to people, we're having conversation. You know, your ancestor put in you, for those who are open and conscious, put in you to open up right now so you can do what you do and make the world a better place. You know, I'm not going to be all right if the world ain't all right. You're not going to be all right if the world ain't all right. I'm not all right if you ain't all right. You know, that's real. That's hard facts.
Yeah.
Try to do something different than that and see where you end up. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion, though, of course.
Okay, well, let me ask you that the movement, are you the one that initiated that? And who's all involved with that?
Oh, man.
It's not just you, right? You have some other people that's involved with that with you?
No, there's in Pittsburgh, there's a movement. The Button Pusher, who was just here, she is in the movement. And when I say the movement, understand, I just mean a general term for what I just explained. Like I said, the Button Pusher, she's big in the movement. I know some of y'all may have seen me on some of her shows, at some of her shows. Excellent, someone you can learn from, most definitely. We all play parts. There's a group of sisters who actually are, they're a group of sisters who have a business, and they came together. We came together. And now we're trying to help each other out with each other's businesses to make sure that you're eating, so we're all eating. You know, it's all a part of the movement. The people in the band, Brother Ibrahim, that brother is deep in the movement because he's out here trying to tell cats, you know, whoa, why are you poor? Why is these things happening? It's because of your environment. Change your environment. You know, get back to nature, get back to the organics, get back to what God made you. All these people are playing their part in the movement, and I have been blessed to be able to see it and tell about it. Like, you know, I'm telling cats now. And I thank the Most High for that every day, because it didn't have to be like that. You know, some people don't know. Some people, you know, we're killing each other, you know, our kids. They don't even know what's going on. You know, they don't even know themselves. They don't know their ancestors, which is why I wrote the ancestor song, too. Because when I realized, you know, I had to pay some type of homage. I didn't even know. That's how that song came out.
Right.
You know.
Well, what about a song inspired by everything that you just said, the movement and all that, have you sat down and put that together yet?
Have I? Not.
Is it something you haven't done yet? I mean,
Yeah.
just everything that you just shared with us about how you feel about the world and things like that, the way things are going on. Even, the young black guys, man, killing each other, the way it's going. That whole scenario, have you sat down and composed anything, addressing that whole issue?
Okay. Well, I forget a lot. But the True Vibes Project Band, we have a song on there called Journey. And that song is amazing. First of all, the music is out of this world. And the lyrics, I wrote the lyrics. And it's basically just telling the people to wake up. It goes, wake up. I know you drowsy from being dead in the water, face down from being clowned, from systems that denounce the wisdom you endowed with naturally, actually. And I'm like, overturning them tables radically, That's the message throughout the entire song. It's just kind of waking up the people and like, hey, you are, empowered. You're empowered. Know that. Know all this other stuff is not real. No one can harm you if you're right, So that's one song, Journey, that we did. But I haven't really composed with music and, lyrics myself with all that encompassed. But that is.
Yeah.
So one.
Yeah. And I can hear Miss Jones saying, like, why won't that boy let that girl sing some more?
Oh, no,
I can hear her saying that right now. So you got another song for us?
I do. But what are you in the mood for? Are you in the mood for a freedom song? Or are you in the mood for a love song?
I tell you what, what do you feel?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
You don't know? All right, how about a freedom song?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I was going to say that too. I was just about to say that.
See there. Now which song is this?
It's called Freedom.
Okay.
It's basically just kind of a party, but be free. Party, little jam, little groove to it, but a message of, be free.
Now, when did you write this one?
Probably last year sometime.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So
earlier last year.
This is a relatively newer one of your compositions.
Okay. It's kind of old compared to some of the newer songs I have.
Oh, really?
That I've actually done here. This was before the Ancestor song.
Well, before you do that, let me ask you this. How often do you write? Do you write maybe 2-3 songs a week or one song a month or how does that work? How often do you write?
I guess it's
sporadic?
It's sporadic. It's like seasons.
Oh, okay.
It's mainly what I try to do is just kind of perfect so I can get it out the way I really want to express it to people, and how I'm feeling at that moment.
Okay.
And
the name of the song again?
Freedom.
Freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Joy Brown, Freedom.
Freedom, get your free on. I like this song because you can dance to it a little bit, I'll turn this up a little bit. Check it out. Liberation, liberate for my people, liberate for you. When liberation will liberate for me then, When liberation will liberate for my people, will liberate for you. When liberation will liberate for me, I'm loving freedom right now, y'all. This is just a song for you. This is just a song for you. I like to make sure that liberation is achieved on every level. Check it out what I mean. Free from a digital camera in a cell phone. Free to be in your thoughts alone. Free from a loose leaf spiral. So I freestyle for more than a while. Alphabet incarceration. Z, a limitation. Put it on your freedom and you're free gon' freeze. Free to whenever I please. Free from my supervisor's eye. At my 9 to 5, playing I Spy. I can't slip nothing by. I can't slip nothing by. Okay, I can't slip nothing by. Freedom, y'all. Yeah. I love freedom. I love to be free. Make sure whatever you do, you are free. Liberation, yeah. Liberate for my people, yeah. Liberation will liberate for me, yeah. I said liberation, liberate for my people, will liberate for you. Will liberation will liberate for me, yeah. One time for freedom, always give most respect to the Most High, to the Creator, Jah, whatever you call that entity, Buddha, whatever it is, whatever you do, be free. We gon' fade it down. We gon' fade it down. We gon' fade it down. Freedom.
Right here talking to the very talented Miss Joy Brown. Once again, Joy, you know what? I want to ask you this. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do. I have a sister. Her name is Jave. Hi.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Now, who's the oldest?
I am.
Oh, big sis, huh?
Yeah. 4.5 years.
Is that right? Is she very supportive of your music?
Most definitely, definitely. Yeah, and I appreciate her. I appreciate my mom, my dad. Hi, mommy. Hi, daddy.
Do they come to your performances sometimes?
They do.
They do?
They do. And I appreciate it so much.
See, that's important. You know that we all need support. You know what I
we
mean?
do.
And that you get that support, that's good. You know.
Yeah, it's a blessing. You know. But I love them so much. My family, my grandmother. You know, uncles, cousins. You know, Arnold Nicole. I mean, I just want to give a billion shouts out to like my family because I want them to know that I care about them a lot. That's important to me, you know. Mm-hmm.
Now, have you ever performed outside of Pittsburgh?
Yes, yeah. I have been with the band, we went to West Virginia, African American and Heritage Festivals.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, West Virginia and Ohio. I played there. And then I went a little bit crazy silently but loudly in other ways, and I ran away to Florida on Greyhound. One-way ticket.
Wow.
I ain't never been there. Yeah, you know, Miami's not a place you want to go like that, really.
Really? Yeah. That was interesting. Yeah. What inspired you to do that?
Well, let's just say there was a lot going on at the time.
And you wanted to get far away from it?
Yeah, I just need to go. I just needed to go. But while I was down there, I performed at some good places. Senior Frogs down there, restaurant. And actually, that show, I performed in front of like 200 people. Don't sleep nobody, y'all. This dude was in the shelter with me who threw that show. And it was hot.
Okay.
Dude knew what he was doing. That was pretty cool. There's this place called Jade. That was it was a poetry thing. You know what I noticed though, down south? They're now starting to get on like spoken word and all that stuff, and poetry and soul. Well, there's soul down south, but I went to a place and they was like, yeah, you gonna do some poetry? And I had my instrumentals on disc. So when I went up there and everything, I thought I did all good, everything, people was appreciating me. But the lady came up to me, she was like, yeah, next time do a poem. We didn't ask for all that. So I was like, wow. Then that's how I got kind of a different perspective, like, okay, they're a little different down here. Now, if I go back down there, it'll probably be more and more into like spoken word and stuff like that, more venues for that. But I do spoken word, but I started out as a rapper with music. People always say, oh, you know, don't you do poetry? You said that. And you know, I don't mean to be all like, no, I rap, but I've been getting it a lot. And some people, if they look at me, I don't look like I rap. So when they say, oh, you do music, you must do poetry or something, they automatically put me there. No, man, I do hardcore, Mobb Deep, you know what I mean, Wu-Tang, I'm all about it. Buckshot, you know, all it, Smith & Wesson, that's what I came up with, you know what I mean? So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, what's this last song you're gonna leave us with?
After I do all that hardcore stuff, Onyx, I'm gonna do a love song.
Okay.
I guess that's just what the best thing to do now. This is called Can You Be There? I'll give you a little taste of it.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for coming on. It's been a real joy, no pun intended.
Well, thanks, brother.
You know, I wish you well with your music, and
Thank you.
whatever you do, man, just listen out for Joy Brown whenever she's performing. You're in for a real treat, man. Treat yourself. You take the kids, man, bring grandma, and make it a family affair. I'd like to leave you at this time with the very talented Mrs. Joy Brown.
Would you meet me at the end of the universe, baby? Can you be there, baby? I want you to be there. Can you be there, baby? I like you. To get to know